especially making it close there at the end, just to give us a chance to probably go into overtime. But it's just frustration all around. But the thing is, we just got to stick together and keep pushing forward.
And Dalvin Cook, obviously, everyone knows is a great back, but your thoughts on kind of how difficult it was to get him down today, and you guys occasionally get penetration, you hit him, and then couldn't get him on the ground.
Well, first thing starts with up front, a front seven, setting the edges, building a wall, not letting him get down through us down the middle or around the outside and all that. We understand he got some great speed. He's a great back, great player as well too, but that's on us.
Mark Berman.
Whitney, they had drives of 56, 72, 75, and 73 yards. When you hear that kind of stuff, plus they had 162 yards on the ground. When you hear those kinds of numbers, how does that hit you?
I mean, I'm pissed. I wish we could have got those plays back, play a little bit better. Starting up front, like I said, setting the edge. That's on me and everybody else who sets the edge as well too, and just playing much more disciplined football. At times we were close there at the end, but we got to start a lot earlier. Thing is, we got a 24-hour rule. Take a look at it, correct the things that we did wrong, enhance the things that we did pretty well out there, and keep pushing forward.
Aaron Reese.
Hey, Whitney. Kirk Cousins averaged over 3 seconds to throw today. Just what makes it challenging to pressure him when they have those play action rollouts?
Somebody has to get up into the pocket. Kirk Cousins, he's going to sit back there, especially on those play actions. You guys have to be very disciplined as far as seeing high hats from the offensive linemen, getting back, panicking back into their coverage and all that. But up front, we've got to be able to get to the quarterback, especially when they're in those situations.
Aaron Wilson.
You talked about sticking together and the 24-hour rule and all those things. Do you feel confident that this team has what it takes to turn things around and to make something out of the season after this bad start?
Yes, I do. I've been in much worse situations over the course of the years. I've been on teams where the defense held it down and led the team and everything. So I think the biggest thing is for guys not to be separated, to come together. The whole outside world is going to always doubt us no matter what, even the time that I step foot into these doors. Thing is, we've got to go out there and go prove it. And it starts with us just believing in one another. This team is very talented, top to bottom. We've got depth. But we've got to be able to believe in ourselves in order to go out there and go play the best ball that we know how to play and just string those things along.
Last question for Mark Berman.
Whitney, the rule, the believing, all those things, is all that when you're 0-4, is that easier said than done?
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
I said that you talked about the 24-hour rule, having belief in in each other because the team is so talented, you got depth. Are all those things easier said than done when you're 0-4?
Yeah, it can be. It's easier said than done because, of course, all that repeats probably in your head is the misplays that you had out there, those missed opportunities, chances to get big plays, to turn things around and all that. So, time is always going to move on. The days are always going to go by no matter what. You don't have a choice. So 24 hours is all we got. Go back, review it, let it sting, turn around, come back during the week on Wednesday and get to work and focus on the next game.
Thank you, Whitney.
Yep.
Hey, JJ, at this point now, obviously not where you guys had hoped for. Where does this team go from here to try to climb out of this hole?
We obviously have to do something different. We are 0-4. Whatever we're doing is not working. Something needs to change. Something needs to be different. But the only thing that I know I can do is work harder, control what I can control, work harder, be better at my job, do better at my job, be better in my gap, make more plays, get off a double team, get a sack, get a turnover, get a takeaway. I'll control what I can control.
John McClain.
AJ, how frustrating is it to go 4 games in a row without forcing a turnover?
Extremely.
Can you elaborate?
It is very, very frustrating.
Do you have any suggestions about it? I mean, you guys, you're trying to do everything you can.
If I had them, I would do it. I'm not saying that your question's a bad one. I'm just saying if I knew the answer, I would implement that answer.
Mark Berman.
JJ, when you hear they had drives of 56, 72, 75, 73, and had 162 yards on the ground, how do those numbers hit you?
Not good. Not going to win you many football games with numbers like that. Have to fix it. Like I said, we're 0-4. What we are doing is not working. It needs to be fixed.
Brandon Scott.
JJ, what needs to change from your vantage?
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
I said, what needs to change from your vantage point, from your perspective? What do you think it is that needs to change for you guys to turn it around?
I control what I can control. Like I said, I got to play my gap better. I got to make better tackles. I got to get to the quarterback and get the ball out. I got to get strip sacks. I control what I can control.
Aaron Wilson.
AJ, with Cousins, did you feel like you guys at one point were getting to him enough, and you feel like their play action was a big factor in the game?
I think we had like 2 or 3 sacks in the first half. Obviously, we want to continue that. We'd like to get the ball out if we can. But the story of us is we got to stop the run. That's what we have to do. We have to stop the run. We have to put them in passing situations. We have yet to put ourselves in a situation where we have a lead almost at any point, so that we put them in tough situations, get them off schedule, and give ourselves a chance to get after the quarterback. And that starts with us. We have to stop the run. We have to get them uncomfortable. We have to put them in situations where they have to throw the ball and we can get after them. And right now we're not doing that.
John McClain.
You talked about stopping the run. Talk about the plan for Dalvin Cook, and what do you think about him now that you've seen him up close and personal?
Yeah, he's a very good running back. I said it last week in the press, and I'll say it again today. He's a very good running back. We knew that going in. We know that now after the game. He can make cuts all over. He can take the ball to the front side, stretch it out, and get to the edge with speed. He can have vision to cut it all the way back to the backside and make plays on the backside. So it's a matter of playing in our gaps, every single gap, all the way across the line, setting the edges and building a wall. And today we didn't do that. I didn't do that at times. Other guys didn't do it at times. That's just the way. That's what happened. So it's a matter of all 11 of us doing our job on every single play. And like I said, it starts with myself. I control what I can control. It starts with me.
Mark Berman.
JJ, this is uncharted territory for you. The first time they've been 0-4, you've been 0-4, the team's been 0-4 since 2008. How worried are you about this team and what it needs to do to make something and salvage the season?
All I can do is control what I can control. I'm going to come in. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to try and find a way. I'm going to do whatever possible this week to find a way to get a win. This is terrible. It's brutal. It's depressing. It sucks. This sucks. I don't know any other way to put it. But like I said, I don't know any other way than to work harder. I know that working less is not the answer. So I'm going to work even harder.
Last question for Christy Rican.
JJ, I know you say you just control what you can control, but as a leader on the team, is there anything you can personally do to try to help your teammates or do something different maybe to help get the team on track?
Yeah, I got to make the plays. That's what I got to do. I got to make plays. I got to get sacks, strip the ball, recover it. I got to do whatever I can possibly do. So that's what I can do to help my team.
Thank you, JJ.
Bill said that you guys didn't make many changes in the play calling other than he communicated with you. What was the difference today in how the play calling was orchestrated? And how do you feel like the play calling went today as you guys tried to orchestrate the offense and came up short?
It was good. I mean, yeah, we could have started off faster, but we got in the rhythm, and that's all we needed for somebody to make a play. And we made a play, and it got things going.
What was your thought on the touchdown that was overturned? What did you see? They made the ruling that they made, but what did you see from the play?
Yeah, we thought that Will had his hand underneath, and of course the ball moved a little bit, but we didn't think that the whole ball was touching the ground. We knew that if he had control, at least with one hand, the tip of the ball can hit the ground. But the New York made their call, and that's what they made it.
And my first question was, what was different in your mind about just the way it was orchestrated, the way that you guys did the play calling in terms of communication with the sideline, with OB and Tim? Thanks.
I mean, it was the same to me. I didn't see no different.
Brian Smith?
Deshaun, JJ was just saying that starting 0-4 for him is it's brutal just to be in this position. What's your perspective on this? For you guys to get this close to maybe tying this game, but the realization that you're 0-4 and you've been unable to win a game thus far this season?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, we're 0-4. Just got to keep fighting, keep pushing forward, and that's it. But for me personally, I'm not going to let it take my joy. I'm going to continue to live life, continue to work my ass off, continue to come in here every day and play football. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, my joy, my spirit, my smile, my energy, the love of the game is still going to continue to be there. So that's how I see it.
Mark Berman?
Deshaun, if worried's the wrong word, what is the right word? Are you worried about where this team is headed right now at 0-4 in their efforts to try to make something of the season to salvage a successful year now that you're 0-4?
Nah, I ain't never worried, honestly. Yeah.
Adam Wexler?
Deshaun, you've been running this offense with Bill for now. This is your 45th game with him. Do you get a sense that on some of these plays, the other team really has a beat on what you're doing? Like they know what's coming?
I don't know. I mean, I just try to figure out, what the best option is, find an open guy. It's a run play and make sure we're going in the right direction, making the right point, and try to execute as best as I can.
Braden Scott?
Sean, you guys had some success to start the third quarter. What is it that you guys have to do to sustain that and to just be more consistent offensively?
Just do it every drive. Get the first down, and then we can get in a rhythm. And that's what we did, starting off the second half, and kind of try to continue that.
Aaron Wilson?
Deshaun, what made it tough to connect with Brandon today, just in terms of finding him and for him getting some completions today? He didn't have any catches.
Man, it was the scheme of Minnesota. They did their part. I did my job of whatever play call was called to execute the reads and find the open guy. Not saying he was open, but by the time I got back to him, either the defender was in his way or he was probably on the backside of the read. But yeah, it's just, I guess that's just how the day went. Definitely, we want to get him the ball because he's a playmaker, him, Cobb, and all the guys. But yeah, that's just how the game kind of flowed today.
Last question for Brian Smith.
Deshaun, you always talk about being optimistic and remaining your joy, keeping your joy. But is there any part of you that is frustrated just in the sense that that you guys should be better, whether it's offensively or as a team, or you could execute better as a team at certain points during these games?
I mean, of course. I mean, there's that. If we're sitting here 4-0, I'd be saying the same thing, honestly.
Yeah.
So, we just the ball haven't been going our way. Like the end of the game, the ball just didn't go our way. We felt like Will made the call or the catch. They overturned it. Hey, that's just how the ball has been bouncing right now. So we just got to keep pushing until the ball far away and just get ready for the next one, honestly.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, could you take us through the final play or that on offense and on the fourth down that was initially ruled a catch, then overruled? What you felt, what you saw, what you thought?
Yeah, I 100% felt like I caught the ball. Just watching the replay, when I hit the ground, the ball moved a little bit, but I felt like I kept my hand underneath the ball. So I mean, I just got to find a way to catch that without it going back, back upstairs. So I just got to find a way to make that happen.
JJ said earlier, and we're 0-4. Obviously, we have to do something different. Whatever we're doing is not working. It's brutal. It's terrible. It's depressing. It sucks. How would you put your spin or your thoughts on that issue?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he hit it head on. I was just talking to him in the baths, and it's never a good feeling being 0-4. I've never been 0-4. This is my first time, and like you said, it's depressing, and we got to figure out, what's not working, and we have to, make it work fast.
Christy Rican.
What do you think were the problems in the red zone today, and how can you guys correct those problems?
The problems were we weren't getting it in the end zone, so we just got to beat the guy across from us and find a way to get it in the end zone. I don't know the statistics, but I know we were kicking field goals today, and that's not going to get you a win.
Cody Davis.
Hey, Will, what changed for you guys offensively in the second half, and what do you think y'all can do to become more consistent on the offensive side of the ball?
Yeah, I feel like we're still trying to figure that out. When it's working, and when it's not, it's not. I just feel like we got to practice better during the week and just make sure we're executing and being consistent in practice, and then that'll lead over to the game.
Aaron Wilson. Aaron Wilson. Any other questions for Will? All right, great. Thank you so much, Will.
Thank you.